Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Afrobeats All Access Podcast, your gateway to the vibrant world of Afrobeats culture. I'm your host, Carlo Dwyer, popularly known as the Afrobeats Connoisseur. And on today's episode, I'm going to be chopping it up with an exciting talent who has recently taken the Afrobeats world by storm with his back-to-back hit singles and social media marketing genius. He's a singer and songwriter who made his debut in the music industry in 2021. I'm going to be getting the inside scoop on how he got started, his career highlights, some of the challenges he's faced, and his future plans. But before we get into all of that, I want to ask you to take a moment to remind you to like and subscribe, as it helps to get our numbers up and gives us the opportunity to do this bigger and better. You can also follow us on Instagram at Afrobeats All Access Podcast. So joining me all the way from Lagos, Nigeria, is a very special guest, and I'm incredibly excited to have him on the show. His name is Shoday Solomon, professionally known as Shoday. He gained widespread recognition after his music went viral, catching the attention of renowned Nigerian music producer Don Jazzy. Shoday is best known for his hit single, Day For You, which was released on Valentine's Day in 2021. As of December 2024, Shoday has accumulated over 19 million total plays on Spotify, with a monthly listenership exceeding 1 million and follower count of over 140,000. Please give it up for the multi-talented singer, songwriter, and back-to-back hit maker, Shoday. Welcome, my brother.
Well, everyone, this is
doing?
Kennedy. I'm good.
That's good. It's good to see you, my bro. This has been a long time coming, you know. I've been trying to get you on for so long. It's so good to
how the work and the OP here in Nigeria. So we just need to hustle, man.
Yeah, no, I totally understand you, brother. So for those of our listeners or our audience who don't know too much about you, I mean, I'm such a huge fan of your music. I'm constantly posting and reposting. You just seem to have been dropping hits back to back. But I just want to give you an opportunity to share a little bit about your background and what inspired you to pursue music as a career.
So my name is Oluwasegun Bufumisi Solomon. So I started music few years back. I started as a content creator, way back from Agege. I grew up. Most people don't understand that I grew up in Agege.
Right.
So I lived practically all my life there before I moved to the island and started music again. So I started as a content creator a few years back, and I was doing content, but I knew that my calling is beyond just creating content. I knew I'll eventually venture into music, but I just felt like I needed to gain I needed to gain fan base, or I needed to get some certain set of people to trust my brand enough to be able to convert them to my music lover. Do you get? So when the right time came, I feel like, oh, this is the right time for me to actually switch these people from just being a fan of my content and switching them to be a fan of my music.
Got you. And then, what was there a specific moment where you thought to yourself, you know what, I'm actually going to pursue this music thing full time? I mean, were there influences you had growing up? Some people, they go to the church and the choir. They kind of have experience with music in the choir, or they have like a role model or an artist that they really love that they want to kind of emulate or be like when they grow up, kind of thing. Was there anything like that for you?
Like, I don't want it to be like everyday story of an artist that I started in church, part of the choir, stuff like that. But honestly, I feel like every talent or every artist actually started from church. If you're a Christian, start from somewhere, church. Some people are Muslim, they tell you start from Ilekeu, start from mosque and stuff like that. So I actually started from church, but I was not part of the choir team. I was part of my sister was part of the choir team.
Okay.
So she was so young as at that time. So most times I used to take her to choir practice at night. So most times I'll sit down at the back. I'll be listening, I'll be learning and stuff like that. So the day I actually got to realize that it seems I have this talent to actually sing was they wanted to do anniversary in church. So we needed processional song. I don't know if you know processional song. Like the choir master told everyone to go and compose a song, and next choir practice they'll present. So the best song is the one they are going to use for the processional song or whatever. So
Yeah.
the next interview, everybody came back. Nobody actually composed a song. I was just sitting at the back, and the man he was annoyed. Nobody composed a song and stuff like that. Then I raised my hand from the back and I said, I actually composed something. So he was so surprised that this one is not even part of us. In fact, they even thought I was joking because people know me so much. I joke a lot and I play a lot. So
Yeah.
they thought I was joking and they said I shouldn't joke with them and stuff like that. I said I'm serious. Then I sang the song and that song sounded so perfect for somebody that's not part of the choir or somebody that has never done music before.
Yeah.
Then fortunately they used the song for the processional song for the anniversary. So since then I knew I can actually I knew I have this talent. But
Yeah.
when I wanted to start Afrobeat proper, I feel like
Hmm.
you want to go into music properly, it's either you have the funds
Yeah.
or you have the audience. You get or
Hmm.
you have some people that fuck with you. There are some
Yeah.
people that the audience is in school, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe student of Unilag, everybody in Unilag, they love their music and stuff like that. There's some people they just have the funds to promote their stuff. But me, I don't have the funds, I don't have anything. So I need to build up it's easy for you to see random content and like it
Hmm.
than for you to
Hmm.
just and quickly like it if you don't really know the artist. So I
That's
started
right.
building as a creator. Then when I got to some certain level, I started with skit music. There
Yeah.
was a time I was doing comedy music and
Hmm.
it got to a point. I just needed a sign, and
Yeah.
I got the sign. I think in 2022 or thereabout when I
Yeah.
released my first one. The song went viral on TikTok. Then I knew,
Hmm.
okay, it seems God
Yeah.
actually wants me to do
Wants
this.
you to do
So that
this.
was how I started the whole journey and stuff.
Perfect. I think, and you just really answered two questions in one there in terms of how you got started. You started doing like content creation, and obviously you shared the story about the procession at church and how, they weren't expecting you to actually come up with a song, but you were one of the people who actually came up with the song and actually did. And also start sharing some of your biggest challenges that you faced in your music career. You talked about how hard it is as an artist to sort of you need money, you need funds, or you need people to kind of know who you are, or someone gives you sort of cosign. What are some of the challenges that you faced in your career, and how have you overcome them? Apart from the funds issue, the main funds issue.
So I feel for every talent, the biggest problem you have is funding.
Hmm.
I do tell people it takes a lot of money to actually promote a song.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of money for you to channel. It takes a lot of money to channel into making a song a hit song.
Hmm.
And like, I tell people there's a difference between a viral song, a hit song, and a global hit song. Do you get?
Yeah.
Every of these stage takes a lot of money. Do you get? You can
Hmm.
have a viral and the song is not a hit song. It takes a lot of money for you to take that song from a viral song to a hit song. And it takes another lot of money to
Hmm.
take it from a hit song to a global hit song. Like the
Yes.
whole world
Yes.
will actually like the song. So one
Hmm.
of the main problem is I think is the money, is the
Yeah.
funds.
Hmm.
Another problem is co-signing. It's not
Yes.
easy to co-sign. So most times when I see one of these OGs actually, post
Hmm.
my stuff or give me that shout out, I used to appreciate it a lot because
Yeah.
this time and age, everybody wants to be at the top. You get
That's that's really interesting that you should say that. So there's a difference between. So there's a couple of things in terms of the music. So when you have a hit song, it's not just the hit that you have a hit song, is also the funding that goes behind the song to promote the song and to get it out there to all the DJs, to all the clubs, to all the radio stations. And then it's also the cosign that you get. That's also a factor. And then also turning it from just a hit song on social media to a global hit, to where people actually want to stream your music, they want to pay to come to your shows, and you're recognized worldwide. So there's a couple of issues there, and thank you so much for sharing that with us. So I was going to ask, in terms of Afrobeats globally, how do you think that the industry has changed over the years from when you first started, and what kind of challenges do artists face today compared to when you first got started?
so yeah. I think now it is more easier for us to penetrate into the international market because we have
Mhm.
social media. You
Yeah.
get when I actually started, then yeah, we had social media, but it's not really. Now you can actually post your stuff on TikTok and the whole world is vibing to it. See
Hmm.
couple like Love Wanting Tea, Kulosa, Calm Down by
Yeah,
Rema. These are songs that social media actually played a major role in transporting those songs to international market and stuff. I think
yeah,
now is more, yeah, but the craziest thing is now is just the funding, like I said earlier.
yeah, yeah.
People
And
would just vibe to your song. I know some people do it for free, yeah,
mhm,
but now you need to pay influencers. You need to pay
yeah,
influencers in Germany. You need to pay influencers in UK for your song
mhm,
to pop in UK and stuff like that. But now it is more easy, like
yeah,
compared to the era of I think the band and all these
yeah,
people
yeah.
go to
It's a
Accra.
lot easier now.
They need to sell the ticket. They need to
Hmm.
be present physically to sell tickets, to sell um CDs and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I think it's easier for us to access
To
because of social media and
social media. No, thank you so much for sharing that. And I've noticed that you're very active when it comes to promoting yourself and marketing yourself on social media. As a matter of fact, the first time I heard of you was through social media, actually, on Instagram. Um, you went viral at some point, but this was even more recently. I think you were in the club and Burna Boy. People were introducing you. I think people were introducing you to Burna Boy or something like this. And I saw a couple of shows that you did with. I think was it IMF, where you did
yeah.
some university shows, and you started generating a major buzz on the circuit. And from then on, it was almost like as soon as I heard your music, everyone was going crazy in the background. Everyone just kept going on like, you need to hear about this Shoday guy. You need to know about Shoday. Shoday's the one. And all the songs that I heard were just hits back to back to back. And I just thought to myself, who is this guy? I went and investigated all your music. And and that's how I just became a major fan. That's coming from my perspective. So it just goes to show you that the work that you're doing on social media is very effective. And I've noticed that, every time you release a single, there's almost like, a constant buzz on social media. How do you keep that? What's your strategy with using social media to sort of promote your songs? And how do you think that works for you? Can you share a little bit of insight as to
So,
how you use social media to promote your music?
so yeah, I feel like in this century, as an artist or as an entertainer, is not necessary as an artist. You might be a
Mhm.
dancer, you can be you might be a businesswoman and something or whatever you're doing. I feel
Yeah.
like social media is one of the biggest place or the
Hmm.
key to actually sell your market. You
Yeah.
get it's not easy for you to start posting poster, all those things. It's not
Hmm.
easy. But you can
Yeah.
easily put yourself on Instagram and it will go viral
Yeah.
with the algorithm and stuff like that. And
Hmm.
I do tell people, the world won't take you serious if you don't take yourself serious.
Nice. Nice.
The
Nice.
world
Nice.
won't vibe your song if they did not see reasons why they need to vibe to it. So
Yeah.
everything from you. I feel
Got
like
you.
maybe Nigerians or everybody in the world,
Hmm.
they look at how passionate you are before they actually start to support you.
Got you. Got
So
you.
that's what is most important. Most times I see people or my fellow artists, they be like, "Oh, when I drop song, you don't need to post too much. Just post once, twice. You know,
Yeah.
I have fans that yeah, you have fans, but you need to put these songs on people's face. You need to
Got you.
post. So you need to
Hmm.
act. You get
Yeah. Yeah.
sometimes I do. I'm always surprised when some people tell me they don't really know. They know my. Some people say they know my song, but they don't know me, and I'm
Hmm.
surprised with the amount of content I
Yeah.
put out. Do you
Yes.
get? So
Yes. And they still don't know you. Yeah.
now let's compare that to artists that they do not have any social media presence.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah.
So now, so it's more crazy for me presence
Hmm.
online. People that are not present online. Do you get? So
Yeah.
and most of it's not really about the work too. Some people are blessed. Some people they
Yes.
don't do too much before the song go viral. Before they have any song, it's good. But you just
Yeah.
know what for you and keep doing it.
Wow, that's amazing. And I've definitely noticed your presence on social media. And that's really interesting that you say that because imagine how much you actually post, and then there are other artists out there that they don't even post half as much as you do, and then they expect everybody to kind of know their songs and stuff like that. So that's really interesting. So other artists out there, make sure you utilize your social media to post, because even those that post, there's no guarantee that people know who they are. So speaking of collaborations, this is a question that I really wanted to ask you, and I've been waiting to ask you for a long time. You've collaborated with some of the hottest artists out there. You recently collaborated with Sounds, who is another one of my favorite artists. You've collaborated with Olive the Boy, and more recently, you've collaborated with Poco D and Ramajago on your latest single, Hey Jago. Can you share with us a little bit about, how those collaborations came about, and, how you go about kind of picking who you want to work with, basically?
So for me, I'm more big on collaboration because I feel sometimes, and it's not necessarily about who you are or how big you are. Do you get?
Mm-hmm.
So just about me being a fan of what you do. I just say
Gotcha.
before I work with you, I need to be a fan of what you do. I need to actually love what you're actually doing. So
Mm-hmm.
most times it's not about you being big or anything. I might record with somebody and I really like the song, I'll put it out. Do you get?
Yeah, yeah.
So that's just me. And talking about most of these collaborations, I listen to them like Screaming Beauty. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like I recorded the second verse, but I feel like I feel like somebody is missing on the song. You get?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I need to penetrate into another market. Yeah, I need to enter like Ghana market,
Gotcha.
another. You get, I can actually make it to be a debut a solo song and just
Mm-hmm.
move. Like I need to penetrate. Most times music is all about business. Music
Strategy.
this part, strategy
Mm-hmm.
part. I feel like I needed to penetrate into that market. That was how I came about Olive the Boy. Same
Yeah.
as Casablanca. I recorded Casablanca. Most people know me as Lover Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Jigger. So
Mm-hmm.
I need to penetrate into the street and I feel like, oh, let me drop Casablanca. And I feel like, okay, Ayo is part of is the prince of the street, like he used to
Yeah.
call him. You get,
Mm-hmm.
so penetrating this into this market too. That was how it came about Casablanca. Same as Ajago. Poco is how do I describe Poco? Poco is three everywhere you are.
Everywhere. Shout out to Poco Lee,
That's
Ira, and Ramajago, by the
every
way.
you know Poco, you know Jago. All these people are
Yeah.
household. You get. So
Yeah.
I just need to penetrate into the market and live music generally is all about right features and right being in the right room, being with the right people.
Yeah. No, that's really interesting. And thank you so much for sharing that. So in terms of collaborations, do you have any dream collaborations that, anyone you'd like to work with in the future who you haven't worked with, or even some people that you may be working with, like an exclusive that you can share with us, something coming in the future?
I've got a couple of projects coming. I think my project is coming later this
Okay.
year. A lot of songs. I have song with Pyro coming soon.
Wow.
Good coming soon. I have one with Baddest coming soon. That one is exclusive actually. So
Wow. Did you say baddest one with Davido? The baddest?
no long term, but I have a couple of songs coming, and
Got you.
like I do tell people, I don't like boxing myself that this is the set of people I want to work with. I'm open to I sometimes test new sounds and
Yeah.
explore. Like, I'm having fun with music generally, so it's not really something too serious. So
I
tomorrow
love that.
I might do R&B. Next tomorrow I'm a piano.
Yes.
Any
Yes.
acting.
I love that. I love that. Can you share like a funny or memorable story from your time in the studio or when you've been performing? Anything that you remember that's funny or memorable that you can share with us?
I don't have any. So I think it was it last year or last 2 years? It
Yeah.
was Davido's fan base like organized when it was offline then.
Yeah.
So the fan base organized like a concert. So we went there to perform and stuff like that. So when I got to the stage, I forgot to wear bets. Bro.
Right.
So when I got on stage, I wasn't comfortable with the performance and I
Yeah.
was just lost on stage. So that I
Yeah,
think that's funny to me and weird. So that's one of
got
these.
you. So your trousers were hanging off,
Yeah,
basically.
but hanging up so bad.
Oh, that's really cool. No, thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, so I'll ask you another question. What's your favorite song that you've written, and what's the story behind it? I know you've got a lot of heat, a lot of songs, but is there any particular song that is personal that stands out that's one of your favorites? And what's the story behind that song?
I don't have my favorite. All my songs are my favorite. And one thing about me is that most of these songs are my favorite before I drop them. Immediately I
Hmm.
drop them,
Yeah.
the song is for everybody. Before I like, let's take a Jagu for example. I've
Mhm.
listened to like countless times.
Yeah. Yeah.
But immediately that song is immediately right out now.
Yeah.
It's
Then you
for
you go off
every
it.
weekend.
Yeah.
For one song I actually connect with so much is I think Casablanca,
Nice.
because it's real and it's just me you know telling the world how I feel. Do you get?
Yes. So it's
Do you get?
more
As
heartfelt.
an in family, everybody wants money, everybody wants
Hmm.
attention, wants you to do one or two for them. So I feel
Yeah.
like I need make music with this experience. I mean, I'm big on experience. I don't
Yeah.
just go to there and record because I want to record.
Yeah.
I'm always particular about what I'm doing.
Got
Every of
you.
my story behind it has one or two things behind it before me just saying I just want to record. I don't record for vibe. I don't record because I'm.
Understood.
So that's just the thing.
So it has to be like an emotion or something that you're feeling or a
Def-
story you feel you want to
def-
share with the world before you actually kind of make the music. Wow, that's really interesting. So when you're not making music, what do you enjoy doing? What does Shoday like doing, outside of making music, outside of performing? Do you have any hobbies or interests outside of the music?
Who I have, I all my life is just music. I don't. Oh, it's not. I don't have any other business I'm doing. That's why most people always say I post too much. Yes,
Yeah.
I don't have work. I don't have any office. I don't have I'm passionate. I need to do it
Yeah.
like my. So I need to
So
just
you literally eat, sleep, and breathe music.
venture other businesses definitely
Yeah.
because
Okay.
nobody doing forever. You need
Hmm.
to venture into other things and so that when the music is not really popping or when
Hmm.
things are going, you need to have something you fall back on.
On the side. No, that's really smart. Okay, we're gonna do a few rapid fire questions before I let you go. Okay, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. Just tell me the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
What's your favorite meal?
Bread and beans.
Bread and beans. Wow, that's a good one. Okay, what type of bread? Is it agege bread
I
or?
get bread now. No bread
And
like
then
that.
what about the beans? Is it like ewa going?
Going, yeah, we're going.
Nice, nice. I love that. Okay, cool. Okay, in no particular order, who are your top five Afrobeats artists? In no particular order.
Louder.
Yeah.
Myself,
Okay, Shoday,
Ayomaf,
Iomath, Prince of the
Whiskey,
Street,
Davido, Bona. I think that's five.
Davido, Burner. There was one more. So you
Ah,
said Shoday, Iomath.
let me be sincere.
Okay.
So Shoday,
Yeah.
Olamide Bado,
Badu.
Bado one.
Okay.
Uh, Davido,
Davido, Baddest,
uh, Whiskey.
Burner Boy, and Wizkid. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that.
So
And
I'm not ranking them. So people
I
won't
know.
come like this is my number one or something. I'm just saying that
I hear
anybody
that. I hear that. I hear that. And you know what? Funny enough, it's interesting because everyone that I've asked this question, they always have such a diverse, random selection of artists. So it's really interesting. But I like the fact that you put yourself in there though, because you really are. What?
few days back, she said, "Do I think there's any need for the big four? And who do I think is the big four?" I said, "Yes, there's a need for it because I'm the fourth person and I'm coming soon."
Exactly. I totally believe that. And I'm definitely one of your biggest fans. And I think
Thank you.
you definitely given those artists, if they're top four at the moment, they're squeaking, they're shifting in their chair because Shoda is coming,
Def-
and this is one of the reasons why I've been sort of chasing you for a long time, trying to get you on the show because I know, like, I'm like, this guy is the hottest artist in Nigeria at the moment. And I genuinely mean that because, I think with um, all the songs you've been dropping back to back, they're all hit songs, and then your marketing on social media, everything just combines to create this, this, I don't even know how to explain it. It's almost like this buzz that is undeniable, that whether they like it or not, people are going to get to know about Shoday. So shout out to yourself for doing that and for giving us the hits. Okay. So, in terms of songs or EPs or albums, is there any particular song or project that you're vibing to at the moment that you can share with us?
Not my personal project, like other artist project.
Yeah, it could be yours or it could be another artist, something that you're feeling that is on repeat for you.
Ribina's project.
Okay.
Shout
out to Ribina.
Shout out to Ribina. So I think the project is solid, and I feel everybody needs to wake up on who Ribina is. Like, people need to wake up on him, and he's very talented and he's very versatile. So the project is very, very nice.
Okay, so, perfect. Shout out to Ribina, by the way. And what football team do you support? You must have a football team.
Watch ball.
You don't watch football? Okay, I thought I'd ask you. I'm Chelsea, by the way. I don't know why I thought you'd be Arsenal, but
Actually, when I think I used to watch ball, I used to tell people I'm Chelsea too.
That you're what?
Chelsea.
You're Chelsea. Okay, so we're Chelsea fans. Okay, that's good. We'll take that. For now, we'll take that. Okay. And do you have any advice that you give to young artists who are trying to break into the industry? Anyone coming up in the industry today, what piece of advice would you give to them?
Just be you, be original. What differentiates you from people is what is you. You get? Don't because the industry standard. There's a way artists need to dress. There's a way artists need to talk. Don't be like that. Do you. People will like you because you are you. People will like you because you be like somebody. So that is one thing. I'm just on my pace, bro. I'm just doing my thing. I don't.
Yeah. Be yourself.
Industry template. There's this industry standard how they want you to look as an artist. That's they want you to talk as an artist supposed to do. That's not me. And I really appreciate the fact that people are actually accepting me for me. So if I'm to advise somebody, just be you, be real with yourself. Do what makes you happy. You get, just be real.
Perfect. Be you, be original, be yourself, and do what makes you happy. I love that. And just as a final thought, is there anything that you'd like to share with your fans or any message to your fans that you want to leave them with, like what's coming or any piece of advice you want to give to your fans?
I want to say a very big thank you to everyone supporting me, starting from you, because I know you're a fan of my work, and
no doubt.
I really appreciate you, and thank you for the shout out always, the post, the support. Everything actually means a lot to me, and to every other person actually supporting me. I want to say a very big thank you to you guys. Thank you. I do tell people I don't have anybody in the industry. I don't have anybody. You are the only ones I have. If you guys support me today, I'm done. Everyone, and keep supporting me. I have a lot of things in the bag coming. I have a lot of things I'm working on. My project, a lot of things actually. We'll be letting it out one by one. But if you're a Shoday fan, don't worry. This year, you are eating good.
Nice. I love that. And thank you so much for your time today. Anyway, to the audience, I hope you enjoyed this interview with Shoday. We've been through how he got started in the music industry, some of the challenges he's faced, his future plans, and everything else in between. Thank you for sharing your journey with us, Shoday. Where can listeners find you on social media, and how can they keep up with your latest music?
You can follow me on all social media platforms at official_Shoday. I'm active everywhere. Just type it there. It will bring my account.
Nice. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for giving us this time. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with the latest episodes and enable us to do this bigger and better. Till next time, thank you so much, Shoday, for joining us and for giving us your time.
Thank you.
Thank you and each other. Peace.
gonna let the devil take this moment from me. Not the follow the Olua, yeah. Joy is coming, joy is coming. Whoa, 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 my baby. Focus on me, focus on me, focus on me. Maybe that might no more. I will be there still, and it is there still. If you want to, I got my updates go late power. You know I'm a G, shawty I'm always keep it real. I know they got too much wine. Japan not the bank out. At the mat they must be meta.